Yo, what up, guys? Beside here, the HH Gaming 2024 free-to-play contest between content creators and the community at large is drawing close to its 2 month mark. That means we have 1 more month to push all the way, all our resources to see which of the teams within content creators will come up at the top. If you do not know, we are grouped into different teams, and as you can see right here, my team, Cold Brew, which is the Brewskis as we call it, which is headed by Cold Brew right here, is currently in second position. I knew this was going to happen. All the other teams that have been pushing so hard, it's time for us to catch up for those teams that have been slacking. So what do I mean? By now, we all have all our best champions that we've built out, fully geared and all that. By now, we'll have a few key champions beat all some dungeons to a particular level, and then beginning to catch up on all the stars that we've been missing out on all the other time because we've been pushing campaign or pushing Mino and all that. It's time to catch up. I pushed so hard today that I pushed, or according to my effort, we were third when I started pushing today, and I found out that we are currently in second place. So I'm not done. I still have about 100 or even 200 more different ways I can get stars and points to see if we can come up at the top right here by the end of this second month. So that's going to be one that I just wanted to hop on here and share with you guys, that the Cold Brew, the Brewskis, are not out of this tournament. We're still in the running. We're in fourth, fifth, third place until now. We are finally pushing to second place. And yeah, it's time for us to beat Team YST and get to that top position. Initially, when I started pushing today, I think I was at about 4,200 points, and due to the fact that I was not beating a lot of faction war stages, I've not beaten a nightmare and campaign and a lot of other content or dungeons to level 20. Yes, I'll show you all the progression that I did to get me to this number of points. 4,355 points right here. So hopefully by the time I'm done, we'll be in first place. So check out the website LH and click at the top right here so you can see which of your teams are, how they are doing in terms of the content creator teams that was created. You can also check out the community and show community right here that can show you the total who is leading in the community points right here. You can see different players who are also still partaking in this contest. So that's just this achievement that I wanted to share. It was an exciting one because I knew I had these points, but I just didn't want to push for them right now. So what's the first thing I did today? I went into the dungeons because there was no crazy thing happening in raid today. There's no crazy tournament and there's no crazy event that requires you to spend a bunch of resources on it, right? Except you're saving for that upcoming fragment fusion or old school fusion mixed together, then you are saving. But in this account, I'm not saving. I went ahead and pulled some shards. I had about 7 ancient shards. I couldn't wait till today to pull it because, you know, we are pulling as we get them. So the first thing I did was go into the dungeons and beat Dragon. Well, Dragon is already at level 25. Let me show you that one first. That wasn't done today. That was done a while ago. But today I beat Fire Knight from 16, pushed it to 17, 18, 19 and 20. Yes, stage 20 is a 4-minute run and it's 100% consistent, I think, and it's because we have a reviver, because normally somebody will die in the wave content. I was beating 19 without this champion, but at stage 20 I needed to bring her in right here. I think a lot of people in the community did go for her and get her. White Queen Ankora is the only reviver that is making it consistent because the wave does nuke me. Who do they even take down? Who is a negative affinity for them? Whoever. I think they take down Rotalos or somebody else right here. And it becomes a failed run. So she comes in there to make sure we survive the waves with revives. She kind of made my number of hits that I did on the Fire Knight low, because initially I used to run my starter champion because of the multiple hits on the A1. But due to the fact that she comes in, the reviving in the wave now is more important than taking the Fire Knight shield down fast. I also thought Amiga would be one of the champions that I bring into stage 20 to keep that turn meter down, but it turns out my Geomancer is so fast that whenever it steals the full turn meter of the Fire Knight boss, and Deacon is helping to keep it down also, Geomancer is able to steal it again at stage 20 before the Fire Knight 20 puts it up. It was so exciting to watch Geomancer consistently stealing the turn meter of this stage 20 Fire Knight boss before the boss can even get a chance to put the shield back up. It was so exciting to watch. So his gear is not even fully maxed right here, but the speed that is making that possible is 155. That's not even up to 200 speed. Damn, did I put some area bonuses into the Fire Knight that is improving my speed? I did. 4 more speed right here for area bonus. or so. And 159 is the total speed that is making it possible. I think the Fire Knight is at like speed 100 or so in that dungeon 20 content. So we can lap him twice, and the fact that we're stealing his turn meter is even making us take numerous turns really, really fast. So that's the Fire Knight 20 taken down. This is one content that people think they can't do without a cold heart or a consistent turn meter or an allure, but you can see this team put together, and the wave will be difficult without a reviver. I'll give you that. Reviver is needed in the wave, but for the boss, I counted how many hits do I need to do. 10, right? So my apothecary now has 2-star blessing, which I also put phantom touch on him, and unfortunately I can't add this champion. This champion is also in phantom touch, but nobody else is in phantom touch, but that helps from that the apothecary hits. So apothecary is not just doing his 3 hits, sometimes it's 4 or more hits, right? Because of phantom touch. So that's something to understand, that is normally is a 3-hitter, and then Geomancer is a 1-hitter. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, right? So you're expecting 8 hits, but it's more than that, and the shield does come down. The Fire Knight does not hit us. Even if it does, we'll have a reviver in the team. So this is a huge achievement. Can I push to 21? I didn't think it's necessary. For Dragon, it's totally necessary to push for that, but I might try it just because I want some more points in this to help my team win. I might try 21, but that's going to be a difficult one without that A1 freeze to keep that turn meter down, because without that A1 freeze, you can't keep the turn meter down. Oh, no, that's hard stage. Okay, I think we can try 21 because we are the right affinity. Maybe I'll bring in my Atel back in this content, and finally bring in Amiga. Maybe Amiga will be the right affinity for 21 and above. I'll try it later, but run out of energy. So that's the achievement right here. Next place I went to was the Ice Golem. I thought, like, why not push it from where it was before and see if we can go. It was 20 before. Why we still can go 21, 22, but I tried 21. It's so difficult, and it's finally a success. But 22 was a fail. I failed to run at 22. I was like, all right, we know our limits in Ice Golem. All this I'm doing, I'm just pushing this content to get some more points in the ongoing, and right, to give my team some more points in the contest that is going on. How far can we push dungeons, right? So I already seen Dragon is already 25. The next thing, Spider. Can Spider be 22? I tried. I was at originally 16 Spider, 17 I tried today, and I also did 18, but 19 was a fail. So I was like, I guess I'm not ready for 19. The Spiderlings is a problem right here. I did build this champion who I thought was the MVP for Spider. With him in the team, nobody will die. Big shields all around, stun all around, but I don't think he has enough books right now to be very, very useful in this content. I even took him to 60, even got him full masteries. Yes, I was following his masteries, and so you can consistently put that shield up. But let me see. Oh, his gear is not even fully maxed yet, so maybe when his gear is fully maxed, he might be able to be more useful for me as that champion who is going to be tanky enough to help my others champions stay alive with ally protection and all that stuff that he's doing. So A1 is not what he actually does. This is the main skill, and it's not fully booked. It's on still a 4-turn cooldown. So maybe when I fully book this one, it will be better. I do have this one fully booked though, and it's passive that places the fear. So maybe when his gear is fully maxed out, I'll push for that 19 and 20C with that same team where I can do it better. That's my miscreated monster. I built him to 60 and put masteries on him because I had no other champion that is more important in the account right now to build. I was thinking of Grunge. I was thinking about all these champions, but the purpose of all this is to take them to faction wars and beat higher levels than just the early stages, right? So I'll take all of them to 50 and 60 if I have no other options, and get masteries on them so they can decimate faction wars and get higher levels right here. Maybe we can beat one of the factions at level 21 before this tournament ends in the next 30 days. So I know Frenzy is also coming up, but I think I want to do Amiga first before Frenzy. Let me know in the comments what champion you think will be the next 60s champion, but the fact is they are all useful in faction wars. This is not one of those tournaments or challenges where you don't want to build champions because they will be useless. No, the purpose of using them is for faction wars. All right, now that I've completely beat the dungeon content, the basic ones at level 20, except Spider, even push some above 21 to 25. I thought, what about these two bosses that I've been ignoring and neglecting? Yes, they also give us some tournament points on the leaderboard. If you check right here, if you scroll to the bottom, you can see Shogun Grove and Sun Devil and Iron Twins are all right here. So I decided to push it a little bit and find myself in Sun Devil Necropolis 7. It's an 11-minute run, but it was still a success because we did have a reviver in there to bring anybody that goes down back to life. I had to take over sometimes in manual to make sure that she does it at the right time and the champions are using their right skill at the right time when the boss is asleep. So it was a success with Apothecary doing his heal only when the boss is asleep. So she did not die at all, but everybody else was dying, including especially the negative affinity champions. And yeah, it was a success right here. And I don't intend to push it more than 7 because it's going to be a fully manual run at 8 or something. That's void affinity, and it steps up in the amount of energy, and maybe the damage will also be increased. She might go down my main reviver. So not yet. I did get one ancient shard, I think, from one of those stages. Next, Phantom Shogun. I also fought it up to not just 7, but pushed it up to level stage 11 because I wanted to be, this is one that a lot of people might not want to fight. I was like, let me see if I can beat it to a higher level, and it was kind of easy. The same thing with my reviver taking the position of Deacon, and this one was more about just letting Blade Master do his nukes, if he can do his nukes without getting that enfeeble and debuff. And she's also cleansing the enfeebled when it gets placed to everybody. I saved that her cleanse for that right time, and it worked out fine up to that level. That's a 5-minute run, right? 5-minute run. So I guess we can push 12, but that's also an energy increase and affinity differences for my main revive champion, and she might be targeted, or Apothecary might be targeted with the enfeebled, and I don't want to risk it right now. Getting some of those early game 1-star, 2-star, 3-star blessings on them did help on this content also. So that's one of the ways, one of those 2 ways that I got some points to get me where I am right now in the leaderboard. All right, so Iron Twins, if you check out the Sunday Iron Twins, I already beat it all the way to stage 6. So when this Sunday Iron Twins open again, I'll beat it further to see if I can get to 7, 8 or 9. We'll try to see what we can do this Sunday. If we can't, we'll just stay at 6 where we are, because fighting other affinities on today also doesn't help you. We've already beaten all these other content at level 20 on all of them. I don't know if beating them at a faster time helps or anything. I don't think it does. So they're already at level 20. So that's me trying to get some points from this leaderboard. And the next thing I went to was campaign, because campaign is also another way we are getting points on this contest. By beating all the way to brutal and 3-star, yes, the more stars you get in the stages of brutal, hard, or normal, right, you get more points in the leaderboard. So I was like, let's go into nightmare. I tried it before earlier in the contest. It was too difficult and I stopped, because if I could not 3-star it, I didn't want to do it. I know some people went with a full 4-man team and they started pushing nightmare, 1-starring it, 1-starring it, 1-starring it, all the way to just get some gear. I didn't want to try it until I was sure I could 3-star it, because of the amount of energy it would take to come back again to try to 3-star it. So I was like, let me just wait until I can 3-star it. The stars are not going anywhere. So now it's time for me to go back there, and I did a 3-star on all these stages. You have to always use a 2-man if you intend to 3-star these stages, right? So, and that's Ratalos and Apothecary. Depending on the affinity, I also had to switch out Ratalos and Deacon. I think Deacon is the one that I'm using. So depending on the affinity where Apothecary is going to be targeted, I bring in Deacon instead so he doesn't get targeted. So Ratalos can heal himself from lifesteal. Deacon also was switched out to a lifesteal set to get them some healing, but this stage hit so hard, I think it's time for me to put in a reviver. I'm thinking it's time for me to switch it up like this. It's gonna be a longer run, but at least they can keep themselves alive. She is not in any set that heals her. That's the problem. So what if she gets targeted? So that's the problem I'm having in this stage. My only reviver is the wrong affinity for these stages, and she will most likely get nuked to bits and pieces. So I don't know. Check out a set right here. I'm running just relentless set for general content. So maybe Immortal just to get through Nightmare campaign. I don't know whether it's worth regearing her just so she can self-sustain. So let me know what you think about Nightmare progression, because right now I'm stuck at these stages. I could try it. I could even put a 4-man team to one, just to put a 4-man team, you know, sustain full like this. So in this case, we might not be in any danger of dying. Ratalos needs that decreased defense out there so he can nuke really, really hard. But yeah, this might also work. One damage dealer and put it on auto and walk away, and it's going to be 100% success because whoever goes down can be revived before the battle is done. So maybe I'll just put a 4-man team to beat through Vladimir straight, and then when I'm done with this stage, I can now go back to what do you call it? Deadlands. I can do a 2-man team. I hear some Valkyries are available in this content, but I'm not afraid of Valkyries. Let me not say that they hit pretty hard with their counter attack. So maybe I'll just do a 4-man. If I have energy that I'm willing to waste in this content, I'll come in here and pick 1 stars with a full 4-man team. But for now, I'm still trying to do a 3-star team right here. I did pick up a lot of resources from beating this nightmare. You can see I did a bunch of silver because I was very, very low on silver. 3 million, 2 million, they were just giving it to me, and some gems also sitting at 953 gems because I pushed all this content. Next content I went into after nightmare was stock right here. I went into the faction wars. It's not one of those days where I just look at the faction and just beat the lowest stage I can just for advanced quest. No, this time around I actually went and 3-starred everything I could 3-star. What about this one? Can I 3-star the boss? I don't think so. I pushed all these champions to 40, took them into putting some gear on them. Their gear is at least 12 except for some, and with at least level 12 gear that was not just randomly selected but actually had the right crit and some high speed and all that. So I was able to beat 3 stars, full manual that is, and get up to this stage. I've not tried this boss. Okay, I don't have the keys for try this boss today, but the only champion that is the MVP right here will be, of course, Rotalos, and everybody is just helping me along. So he nukes the first wave, and then the second wave will pray nobody dies, and then he comes around to his nuke again on the 3rd wave. So that's Rotalos right there, helping me with the Bannerlords faction. I didn't just 3-star Bannerlords, I also went into the Demon Spawn and finally built a Diabolist. Yes, finally put some gear on her to be fast enough to help me with some content over here, and she has beaten all the way from stage 1 before up to stage 3. But right now I put some random champions into her to 3-star 4, 5, 6, and I'm not sure I'm ready for the boss, because even if we can do the boss, I'm gonna take some champions to 50 including my Fellhound, so that boss will be a lot easier to deal with. I don't have a champion for the 5th position, that's why I'm putting a full champion right here. You can see my Demon Spawn. Oh, I do have one. No, I don't. So I probably need to take this champion to 50 also so she can nuke harder, because right now Diabolist and this champion Fellhound are the MVP. So what I'm trying to say is faction war will no longer be ignored. Whenever a faction opens up, I will actually put gear on some champions, take them to 40 or 50. Back then I was just making from 5-star chickens. Right now I'm not making any 5-star chickens since I took my HP nuka, what's his name, miscreated monster to 60. I've not made any single 5-star chicken. I've been taking all these faction war champions to 40 and 50 instead, because it's time for them to begin to earn me some stars in faction wars, and they are doing so. You can see me picking up energy right here, which I'm not ready to claim, and a book which I'll probably put on one rare that is needed in faction war, like Fellhound. I will build a second copy of Fellhound because I think they are worth building 2 copies of just because of not just their A1s they are using, but also their other skills, which kind of has a sustain. Is it on a unkillable? I forget what it has. Let's see, Fellhound. So I will build a second copy for sure. This is the skill I'm talking about. Block damage on one ally. So 2 copies of Fellhound at level 50 will come in handy. If maybe one eventually gets to 60, we'll see. But I think they are fine at level 50. So I'm not going to use this second one as food. That's what I'm saying, because I don't have a lot of Demon Spawn epics. There are some other factions that will open up and I have a lot of epics for. But when that opens up, you'll see me getting some more stars right here. So what that happens is in the leaderboard, which everybody is currently at for faction wars, they're currently at 399 and 335. The lowest right here is 244. I think I'm currently at 230 something, and I've not even put a lot effort. So putting an effort on today gave me this much. So I think I'm getting closer to currently 233 right here. So putting some more effort tomorrow and the next, I'm sure will get me up to the high ranks of this leaderboard for faction wars, because now it's time to put that conscious effort into building the faction war champions and getting those stars. It's one of the ways to climb the leaderboard. All right. I'd say there's gonna be a lot of updates, but that's it. In Clan Boss, I looked at the leaderboard again and I saw somebody pushing up to the first position. I was like, no, let me actually do a full manual run for Clan Boss. Yes, Nightmare, that is. I know it's time for start, see if you can push to Ultra Nightmare, build teams for that, but I don't think we'll have the time to put in an Ultra Nightmare team. I will try it, still farming gear, still getting champions ready for that. I will try it, but I'm not ready. Instead, I decided to perfect my Nightmare team to even give me the leaderboard position for Nightmare Clan Boss, which you can see right here. Here is it. Clan Boss. Is it at the top? Clan Boss progress. Yes, there is it right here. So with this, I was able to get up to 28 million on that key, full manual with this team. They say Ancora is not right for Clan Boss because she randomly resets the cooldown or reduces the cooldown of my allies. But for this purpose, she was just the right champion to help me do that, because although she was not right for Toragi to be putting his ally protection at the wrong time, that's what happens when you do it on auto. Since I was doing it on manual, I wasn't bothered about she resetting the cooldown of champions at the wrong time. Instead, I was fine with her doing it, especially for Blade Master. Now, when I fought it, Blade Master was a weak affinity for that boss. He was, I think it was against Spirit and he was Force. And so I fought it against Spirit, and with that, still managed to get up to this amount. It was nice. So imagine when it's going to be against Force, when Blade Master is the right affinity, or against Magic, when Blade Master will be perfect for that. I think I'll be able to climb 30 million full manual run by then on Nightmare. Maybe by then my other contestants might have even moved on to Brutal, because I know I have the chance. I mean, they might have moved up to Ultra Nightmare because I know they have the chance to make it happen, including some crazy champions like a Man Eater or Demeter that some people already have in that content. I think this week we will have the final contest, that weekly contest, to see who has the best damage in Clan Boss. And I know some people will actually put in effort that day and try manual runs to see if they can get the best. Not just full auto. Full auto is not the best way to get the top points right here. Yeah, for Hydra, I didn't push any effort this week at Hydra Reset. The points you see right here was from the last Hydra Reset with this same team. So no effort this week. I think I was 1 point something, 1 point. I wasn't up to 2 million this week, but at least I got the first chest in Hydra. That's the important thing. I've already talked about the Dragon, Fire Knight, Spider, Minnow. I'm not running any speed team right now in Minnow. Instead of me running a full 4 or 5 man team, when I was getting masteries on Miscreated Monster, all I did is a 3-man team in Minnow. Yes, it's time for me to do that because I wanted him to get some levels. He was at level 60 and 1. 6-star and level 1, I mean. So I went into the Minnow, and while fighting the Minnow, he got up to level 48 because I run it like this. I didn't want to run a full team like this, which will even be more damage but faster run, but then he will get up to level 20 or so. So I didn't want to use Bruce on him. I wanted my Bruce to be set for Faction War Champions, which you see me taking to 40 right now. So maybe one day I'll just see a speed team that can, I don't know if that counts towards leaderboard points to get a speed team in this Minnow, but if it's needed, I'll run my best run to see if I can go below a 1 minute run in Minnow with decrease defense out there, nukes. I have no champion to reset cooldown of skills of all allies, but I'll see if I can run a sub 1 minute run and make that possible. Finally, we are not waiting for those arbiter missions that requires us to farm specific faction on specific days. So all I'm waiting for right now for those arbiter missions. Yes, I've not gotten arbiter yet. I didn't chase her as my number 1 priority, or we are all stuck in the what do you call it now? The arena like everybody else. So I'm currently in that mission that's upgrade and affinity bonus to level 8, and I've been farming the arena for past 3 days to make that happen, and I'm currently at 707 gold medals in gold 4, gold 5, gold 4, gold 5. You wake up in the morning, you're back at gold 4. You have to fight your way all the way to gold 5 because that's where you get more medals per battle. So I'm doing it slowly but surely, hitting that refresh button whenever I see those weak teams. But instead, what I see is teams like this. So that's gold 5 for you. And let me hit refresh, and that's the type of team I'm looking for, so I can nuke them down and not fall back into gold 4. Sometimes I'm even happy when I fall back into gold 4 because that's a free refresh for me that I did not have to spend, or I did not have to wait 15 minutes to make happen. So that's how many medals? 4 gold medals. So I think by tomorrow I'll have that mission done. And what's next for me? Get stuck again at affinity, get a goal. How many do I have to farm next? 900. Right now I'm going to farm 800. The next mission, it will require me to farm 900, and it's not going to be a fun one at all. And it's almost weekend, right? What day is it? It's a Wednesday, and I'm not seeing teams. I still have my weak man defense set there, which is, I'm hoping will make it possible for me to see weak teams like this, but it's not happening a lot. But we're fighting it slowly, and my arena tokens are about to expire, right? See, some are even about to expire, 7 hours on this one, and so on. So energy, raid update gifts, raid update gifts. Is this true that you can get it twice? Somebody said you can actually get this raid update gift twice if you log in on PC and you log in on mobile. I don't know. I'm seeing it raid update gift once and then another raid update gift again. Did I log in on mobile and then get it second time? I don't know. Someone confirm if this is actually true. Somebody said you can even get it 3 times if you log in on ISO again and get another raid update gift. I don't know if that's a glitch or it's something that always been in the game, because I normally don't log in multiple locations on my main account, so I never knew that until I heard about it today. Try it and let me know if it works out for you. Update your iPhone, log in and see if you get another raid update gift and see if that's a glitch or something. The author of soul summoning event that we didn't manage to get another one to summon today, so we are all out for that tournament. I picked up the energy that it gave us and used it for all this content that I did today. Is there any other update that I needed to share? Well, we've all seen what everybody is saying about the new raid 5th anniversary celebrations, how the tavern, or no, the what do you call this thing again now? I forget the name. Let me go back. The Bastion, yes. The Bastion looks all colorful, and you can see and Manits are doing some tricks right here in the Guardian Ring. And speaking of Guardian Ring, remember to go over there and set your duplicate champions and get you some points that way. Some stats. It's all looking cool and all that. So I didn't do any dedicated video about this because we already talked about it before it came out. And tomorrow the fusion will launch. And this account, like I said, it's not going for that fusion. That's why I'm spending all my resources right now, including silver. I'm not even waiting for artifact enhancement. I'm already taking champion to 40 and 50 without waiting for champion training. I'm already taking some champion gear to higher levels. So I'm not waiting anymore. It's time for me to start pushing some points. Although if you wait, you get some tournament points, but it won't be that much. During the tournament, I'll still do some champion training and get some points, even if I'm not going for that fusion. Get some energy, get some silver and all that stuff. So let me see. Great Hall. We didn't upgrade anything in the Great Hall until that mission is done. Like I said, I did open some shards, and let me show you the new champions I got as part of about 7 or 8 ancient shard opening that I did. He was one of them. Max Fearmonger was one of the champions I got during that 7 ancient shard opening that I wanted to record yesterday, but I didn't have time. He was one of them. The next champion that I pulled yesterday when I was opening that shard, I opened one more epic. I moved that champion to the vault. Let me bring it out. He was not one new epic that was not Kalia or something as a name like that. Put that to reserve. I need to find her because I opened that. I finally got an epic, and it was one that I will not ever build. There she is. No. Forget her name. There she is. This one. So she's the new champion that I got from Alika. They're both similar names, or Kalia Alika. and they have similar looks. They're kind of confusing. But she is new to me, and Barbarian faction will appreciate her along with her sister Kalia. Like I said, they are from the same faction, so they kind of look similar. So she is new. Faction wars only. Single target hits, right? Single AoE. Okay, she does have an AoE, which will be nice to use in that Barbarian faction. When it opens, she's getting gear and she's helping me get some stars in that content. I still don't have a War Maiden though. Maybe I should go farm a War Maiden to also help with that faction when it opens. High Cartoon is ready. High Cartoon is in some speed gear, and that faction will be now easier. Maybe we'll even beat up to the second boss when that faction opens up. So all about getting stars in the faction wars right now. So what do you think about the HH Gaming Network contest? How's your favorite content creator doing? Are they slacking behind, or are you going to go encourage them and remind them that 1 month is almost up for this contest to end, to make sure they win? For the cold brewskis, we are doing just fine. We are not taking the last position. We're not slacking at all. We are trying to see if we can be first, second, or third. It's all a good way to end the tournament based on our efforts that we've put in so far. So that's all from me. I just wanted to share this good news that the brewskis are doing fine. After slacking behind all this time, we are coming up on top, and we are going to give the other contestants a run for their time and energy, so they can go in there and also put in some work and see if they can beat other content to higher levels. But before they can do it, we are also going further in beating more content on higher levels. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm waiting for the fusion tomorrow on my main account to see what we can do. I don't even want to talk about this new content, Mario's missions. I've already started doing it on my main account, and I'll go over there and farm this one next, because this account is endgame and can do content like this. But we're not talking about endgame content. We're all about the free-to-play series today. That's the update, because I'm not giving an update for 2, 3, or 4 days. Tomorrow, I might be beating Emus, the Lunar Archon, right? I might be beating Emus in the Cost City from my main account tomorrow. So from normal and also the hard mode. So that's the content I have prepared tomorrow. I don't know if I should do it in a live stream or do it in a video format. Let me know what you guys think if you want a live stream of me attempting to beat Emus, because I finally got the 6 keys for the 2 content. So before it expires, I wanted to go in there and see which teams I can put together to beat him. As for this free to play, I managed to get through some of these some of these red dot stages and move. Yeah. How many battles have I fought so far? 10. So it's all good. You guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily raid content. Later, guys.